You're asking me whether it is better to have a diarrhea or a constipation.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. I'm a very emotional person. My emotions are exaggerated in both positive and negative ways. However, my mother is the complete opposite. She doesn't express her emotions at all. Although I feel I'm much more lively and interesting to be around, my mother is better composed to handle various situations. Which is better?
You're asking me whether it is better to have a diarrhea or a constipation. Let me tell you the two pros and cons of the two situations. If you have a diarrhea, you need a free toilet always. That is, nobody else should be using it. Because when you need to use it, time runs too fast. That's why it's called runs. The inconvenience of going to the toilet, but also you have the relief of, If you keep hydrating yourself, diarrhea is quite an okay feeling, at least you're free of shit. But it's inconvenient, it's a little messy if the convenience of toilet is not around. Constipation, very composed look. This is why a lot of people are having problems with me because their idea of a yogi or a sage or a mystic is from a calendar image, Sivakashi, where there must be a constipated look on your face. Well, because I don't look constipated, they are having doubts. Is he really a yogi? Because he's not. So constipation is a more composed atmosphere naturally, but slowly shit will hit the ceiling. Is this the only two ways? That either diarrheal problem or constipation problem? No, there is a healthy way to be, where only once or twice a day you go to the toilet, rest of the time you're fine. There is a way to be, there's a way to be healthy also. That's what we are talking about constantly. What do you think? This is not about your emotions and this, but that is an important and basic aspect, very basic, rudimentary, that you're emotionally balanced if you want to touch any other. Why you think we are going about… You need to understand this much. For those of you who are constantly having struggles within yourself, I'm telling you, well, I definitely do not look like a person who will invest myself into something that doesn't work, because I could have made anything work. I am not a yogi because I cannot be a businessman. I am not a yogi because I cannot be an academic. I am not a yogi because I cannot be a scientist. I am not a yogi because I cannot be a political leader. I can be all those things. But I've chosen to be this because I thought this would be the most impactful dimension for this generation of people. That's why.
Sadhguru, you have said that Adiyogi has given 112 ways for different kinds of people to reach their ultimate potential. But in Isha, Everyone is doing the same method. This one method covers all the ways, or is it the only way?
What makes you think in Isha everybody is doing the same thing? They're not. Because you need to understand, probably you're referring to the Shambhavi Mahamudra as a basic practice. You must understand Shambhavi is not a destination. Shambhavi is just a doorway. It's not even a path, it's a doorway. If you go out of the door, after that, all the 360 degrees are available to you, not just 112. But first thing is you have to get out of the door. So Shambhavi is just about opening the door. How far you walk, in which direction you walk, it's different. For those who have been there for a significant amount of time, different people are doing different things. Above all, you need to understand, this is the reason why in the past I have said probably it's not been perceived well or perceived properly. I said Shambhavi is not even an initiation, it's more like a consecration of your physical self. That means it creates an ambience. If there is a pleasant ambience, what you do with that pleasant ambience is left to you. Well, you may use this to nurture yourself and grow into a tall human being, or you may party because the ambience is good, or you may become worshipful, you may become prayerful, you may become meditative, you may become whatever. But essentially, it's opened up the door in the sense, from the trap of being just a physical creature, it has opened up the door. It is not put you on a path, it has just opened the doors. Once the door is open, which way you go is fine, because my aesthetics does not allow me to tell people what exactly they should do. I do that only to a few people, few unfortunate people who are stuck with me close up. I'm watching how they sit, how they breathe, how they do everything, and I will endlessly pass comments about it, because with them I'm trying to determine where they should go. Well, if they're absolutely willing, it works out very well, but they have their freedom, like to mask or unmask, you have your own freedom. Of course you have a freedom to live or die. Who can stop you? As there is freedom to live, there is freedom to die, of course. How can I take it away from you? You can keep the freedom. So people keep changing their minds because they like one thing, they don't like another thing. They like this step, they don't like the next step. So of course they take a backward step, and again they like another step and they don't like the next step. So this is a certain seesaw life, up and down and up and down and up and down. Well, this is their karmic process. It's my aspiration that whatever the nature of your karma, you must be able to walk on top of it, not burrow into it. If you burrow into it, believe me, every one of you have so much muck. When I say muck, I'm talking about material for fertilization. It's not yet matured, that's all. Filth has to become fertilizer, that'll take some time. Well, before that, if you get into the filth, you don't have a pleasant experience. Even fertilizer is not good if you smear it on your face. Only if you put your roots into it, flowers and fruits will happen. But that will take time, that is too much of work. So that is why the methods that I am always imparting are always about how to ride above the karmic surface, how to distance yourself from the entire karmic bag rather than opening the bag and pulling out all the stuff. Because most human beings create new karma faster than they can unfold their old karma. So Shambhavi Mahamudra is not a path, it's a door. It opens the door. So are you not laying out a path for you? That is the beauty of who I am. I am not laying out a path for you unless you've gone crazy about me completely. Then I will lay out. For the rest, open the door and leave them, let them go this way, that way, but once they're out, they will go. There's no wrong place to go, planet is round, you know. There's no real wrong place to go, whichever way you go. The only question is whether you will go there, like, you know, how Columbus came to India. Christopher Columbus landed in India, you know. He met Indians, but not my kind, different kind. So you can go around. Of course they got to India after some time, but it's all right because in this time and age, laying out a single-track path, which is a fast track, will not work for everybody because everybody is a genius by himself or herself today. They may not say so, but the very fact, when you tell them something that you do not know, they disagree, shows that they are geniuses in their own right, at least in their own opinion, all right? So their genius need to exhaust. This is why Kala Bhairava. If you don't get it through your life, we will get you in those last few moments of your life, for sure.